Hello and welcome back at long last to Battle City, where we're starting the quarterfinal coverage today. And things got away from me once again, but that's fine. I have one of my many co-hosts, Zachary,
Hello. Hopefully we will see some good battles today.
also known as the note taker, but I don't think he's made notes in a while because I haven't been recording. So, as I said, this is the quarterfinals, so we have four matchups for you. Cruiser versus Gamebro, which is a run back from earlier in the season. Seattle Pelipers, also known as Venti versus Lime, who is the returning champion from the beta test season. So let's see how that goes. You got myself versus Roy, who he's actually been performing really well in both Battle City and in Reg F, which is very interesting.
Yeah, I think interesting enough, I think he's actually running weather in both too.
I'm gonna switch over, and then you got Cappy versus Polar, which will be our main event show for you. So let's get it started with Cruiser versus Gamebro. And immediately we got King's Kong versus a bird. I forget how hard King's Kong can hit. I'm gonna be so real.
I kind of do too. I don't know if it was for this match, but I think I've suspected for a while that he was running Silk Scarf, which could explain a little bit of the damage output.
Oh, we got Belly Drum, only to immediately get taken out by Clefable.
I wonder if he had named it Ben, if that would have gone differently.
No, no, it wouldn't have. Ooh, Whirlpool into Yawn is actually a very interesting strategy I don't think we've seen used before.
Oh, it stayed in.
Well,
Uh,
because it was Whirlpool, he couldn't switch out.
you see, I've been trying to use Victory Bell in Champions, and every time I look at its move pool, it just makes me depressed.
I love Victory
It
Bell.
gets like no moves.
Hey, speak for yourself. I think Victory Bell is clutch. And I just gotta point out, Gamebro holds it against me that I used a normal move on Primeape, or a normal move on my Miltank way long ago in like season 2 of Draft against his ghost type because I forgot I didn't have Scrappy, and then he just used Rage Fist against a Kangaskong.
Yeah. People have actually been making that mistake against my Megalopony in Champions. They'll see me click fake out into it and then think, oh, maybe I'll be able to damage it somehow.
What is Last Resort as a move? I don't remember.
Basically, if you have no more selectable moves or no, if you've used every other move you have, Last Resort activates.
So
Or
he
is able to
literally
select.
just ran Fake Out Last Resort as options on his Kang. That, I
To be
mean,
fair, that
it's
is
interesting.
it's not like a completely invalid strategy. It's just usually that it affords you no coverage. But to be fair, I think Last Resort is it still 140 base power? Did they lower it to 130? It's like one of the strongest normal type moves besides like Fin Burst.
I mean, hey, I'll give him credit. It's definitely an interesting pathway to take. All right. Next up in our rotation, we got Venti versus Lime.
This team,
For
looking at this team feels so much like a coughing coughing baby, which is a hydrogen bomb.
I don't know, like Venti's team isn't bad whatsoever.
No, it's not. It's just Lime had Dragonite and Entei, which compared to like, well, with certain Pokemon here, it might be able to win. Also helps.
Ooh, do we really not have room for Mach Punch, or does Machamp not get Mach Punch?
I don't think I got it for the longest time. I think it has it now.
If it
Let's
has
see.
Mach Punch, then the choice to run Bullet Punch was a horrible decision there.
Let me double check. It does not get Mach Punch. I remember that.
Okay, well then I guess we can't blame Venti for making a bad choice. I gotta
I mean,
say, Swagger with Mirror Herb was such an interesting strat.
it was. Unfortunately, he did not get any of the luck you're supposed to get with with confusion.
Yeah, confusion plus every like that. I have to credit Lime though. That is such a cool idea that I don't think I've ever seen someone use. And honestly,
I've seen it used in doubles, I think, but not. I don't think in singles.
I mean, even in singles though, like honestly, in doubles you could really break that by like having a lump or mental herb.
I think I've also seen it used on special attackers so that it's there's literally no drawback to it. But to be fair, it's usually banned because people don't like confusion.
Honestly, I might think about that for PGM, just having that as a tactic.
I think I've tried to run it before. It's really hard to pull off.
I mean, maybe, but it would be funny.
Um, Maybe you could run. I thought of running on Persian before,
It's so funny to
but
me that we're not even like really narrating these battles. Like they're interesting matchups. It's just it doesn't feel like there's like
much to note.
this was a horrible idea
Yeah.
on Venti's part. I know you pointed it out. There's not enough worth
To
on the
be
Lost
fair,
Shell Smash.
no, but I will point out that for him, this was his like that was his win con. He really didn't have much he could do, and the worst part is I don't think it would have worked because I think he was low enough that E-Speed Dragonite would have
You know
killed.
what? I think Nando and Kev are on to something. Hashtag Lime still sucks.
Still sucks.
That's been a running joke on the server. Now we get to my game, which was interesting.
It was, yeah, I would also describe it as interesting.
Why is Persian not on the screen?
Invisible Cat.
Apparently. Apparently
I
all of
think
my... Oh, no, there we go. Oh, that really upset me that Vileplume didn't take that better.
the Earthquake. Were you max HP, max defense?
I think I maybe went max special defense.
Because that makes sense. Vileplume is
And here,
as I was
allow me to
as I was running it.
introduce my king. Because Jesus Christ, Nidoking really proved why it was the best Pokemon on my team.
I was watching it in. I think it was your match again. I think
Nasty
your.
Plot, there we go. You get a Shadow Ball. What's that? We
I think I
got
was watching it in
Pinsir.
your
It hits.
slight spoiler next match, and I remember thinking there's a certain part where I was like, "Oh, he's not trapped in here with that Pokemon. That Pokemon is trapped in here with Nidoking."
Like Nidoking is. I love. Okay, I gotta say that confused me seeing Nuzzle off of the Raichu there because Nidoking's a ground type. It wouldn't have done any damage.
It's possible he expected a switch to.
That's fair. And if I hadn't
But
clicked Sucker Punch, I wouldn't have lost Nidoking, so I could have went for a different attack. And
actually, no, it's kind of weird that he went for that in hindsight, because he should have just gone for Thunderbolt if you were going to be sending in Starmie or Aerodactyl, and Persian can run Limber, so Nuzzle would just do
oh,
like very
honestly,
little damage.
I'm gonna be so real. The Persian going into this set was Assault Vest with Play Rough, Fake Out, Feint Attack, and Trailblaze. I love this Persian set.
That's fair. I don't think I ever considered AV just because Silk Scarf or the gosh darn funny special sets
Yeah, but like this one right
usually
here,
more.
that just I survived that because of the Assault Vest.
Oh yeah, AV does so much work.
And then Starmie wrapping it up with a nice little surf to get me the win over Roy, which again, was a very enjoyable game. Aerodactyl and Magmar never touched the battlefield.
Does Starmie get Aqua Jet? I don't
It
think
doesn't
they
need it doesn't need Aqua Jet. You just put a Choice Scarf on Starmie and it's outspeeding everything in Kanto.
True, because I think the only thing isn't the only priority move it's weak to Sucker Punch.
Yep.
No, it's weak to First Impression too. But that's a little less common.
Yeah. And then we have Polar versus Cappy, which this is a rematch from literally week 1.
Oh yeah.
These two played during week 1 and then they did not see each other again until the quarterfinals, which is a little fun. We got Venusaur versus the eggs. Immediately a Psyshock takes out Venusaur. Everyone underestimates the eggs.
I mean, it was a Gen 1 Go. It's kind of fallen off in
Lunge.
recent years,
Okay.
but
I forgot that Hitmonlee gets lunge. That is hilarious.
I love Lunge. I'm actually running a Lunge or Rockwind on Champions right
But the fact that it's from a Hitmonlee and it's 4
I
times super
know.
effective is hilarious to me. We got
I
Tangler
think he could
coming
have
in.
run. Doesn't him only get U-turn as well? He could have used
Maybe.
U-turn could have
Oh
used too.
yes, the Snorlax.
Oh boy.
That's right. We're going for a Curse Snorlax set. Very, very
Very Gen
interesting.
1 or very Gen 2.
And then you have Cappy actually doing something new with the Infestation Leech Seed combo.
I I the only toxic move I love running is Infestation. It's so evil, but so usually worth it.
I'm trying to remember where Cappy picked that up because I don't quite remember who they swiped that from.
The one I learned it from was Trico, because Trico likes running Infestation Diplin.
And
I don't know if
then
that's a cat got it from.
we still just have Muck doing Muck things. Oh boy.
Select next things. Oh boy.
Muck is
It's a pill.
Muck is an insane Pokemon to try to deal with. Especially set
I
up with Leech Seeds, like this is.
I am a big fan of Alolan Muck, but
I mean,
I don't think I've ever used regular Muck.
Cantonian Muck is just as good.
Yeah, the only difference is that Cantonian Muck has to watch out for psychic moves, if I remember right, and it doesn't get stab knockoff, but like it's still solid.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, its abilities aren't also as great. I think Stench is very funny on it if you can have a fast Muck. Okay,
There's
we're
I had a funny Garbodor Stench set that I was gonna bring to Champions, but
oh my god, we're still just going. Oh my
Stench is
god,
just
we're
so dumb.
still just going.
Oh boy.
What
Yeah,
is
Polar's behind on like multiple counts of tempo, unfortunately.
like yeah, the fact that Muck is just so high health at this point, like, and now that Cappy's actually doing some swinging, you're taking like 30% each turn plus the yeah. Like unfortunately, Muck is just such a bulky Pokemon, and because of the Leech Seed here, we know who's winning the war. Like one has a recovery move and Leech Seed, while the other is just trying to outdamage. Yeah,
Also, it is worth noting that Snorlax is making itself slower as well, which is a really like detriment to it.
explosion does nothing.
It did nothing. Muck just watched that. Oh my god.
Charizard comes in, Earthquake does nothing, and a Thunder Punch. And the
And
paralysis.
that's disrespectful. It was faster.
Muck literally just showed up and said, nah, I'd win. And single handedly took out Polar's entire Battle City run just because it could. He didn't even use his
That
Terra. He didn't even use his Terra once during this. Not that it would have been that effective, but like.
And the worst part is I don't even know because he had double intimidate mons, and I don't think he was running intimidate on them, and I don't know if that would have mattered.
No, because I don't think either of them. No, neither of them triggered.
Eh,
So he was running
No,
Moxie
no, no, no,
Gyarados
no.
and
What I was saying was he didn't have intimidate on them, but I don't even think intimidate on them would have mattered in the battle.
it could have just to slow it down a little bit, but I don't think in the end of the day it fully mattered.
Yeah.
Like at that point, Muck's defense was the problem. So unless he had like haze, he wasn't. There was no coming back there.
The crit could have also mattered, but I don't think like that's a 1 in 50.
But even
No,
then, Muck's
15.
just so naturally bulky without anything else.
Oh yeah, no, like 100%. It might have even lived in EQ from Gyarados, to be
So,
honest.
let's look at what everyone took for their winnings. So, with Cruiser winning out over Gamebro, he decided he wanted the Marowak to add to his collection. I don't hate it. It's not a bad Pokemon to pick up. Lime took the. Where am I looking?
He took he replaced one evolution with another.
Yes, Jolteon for Flareon. Also not a bad shout, especially knowing that he's going to face Cruiser,
Well,
who.
he also already had a reliable fire type in Entei.
Yeah, and Flareon's just kind of redundancy at that point. I
Yeah.
dropped Vileplume for Raichu. I didn't have a good electric coverage at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah, you had. I mean, you had T-Bolt on Nidoking, but I think no wait, Starmie gets Thunderbolt, doesn't it?
It does. It gets Bolt Beam. And last up, we have Cappy taking Gyarados back, which, if you remember correctly, Gyarados was, I think, the Pokemon Cappy lost week 1 to Polar. Or no, it was Snorlax. It was Snorlax for Gyarados, and then Cappy won the. I think. It's been a while. I don't feel like going
I
back to
mean,
verify.
it would be easy, but we had round 0, so it's hard to tell where it was.
Well, that is the quarterfinals. We have the semifinals, and those will be coming out next week. I don't know a time yet because work is hell. Welcome to restaurants. They kill you. But until then, that is what we got. Arrivederci.
Ciao.